I know of a deal that fell through recently, not because of financing, not because of the inspection, but because of a tax that the buyer didn't know existed. Now, these weren't my clients. It's a secondhand story, but it's a real story, and stories like this happen more often than they should. Here's the closing costs on a $600,000 purchase in Toronto. There's Ontario land transfer tax of $84.75. That's $8,475. There's also Toronto land transfer tax of another $8,475. So just under $17,000 in land transfer taxes. Plus, you've got legal fees, maybe an appraisal, inspection, moving costs, etc. Now, if you're a first-time home buyer, you'll get half of those land transfer taxes back in rebate. So your closing costs are going to land between $11,000 and $15,000. But if you're not a first-time home buyer, both taxes are in full. So your closing costs can run $19,000 to $24,000 on top of your down payment. I had a client moving from Mississauga to Toronto. She had no idea that Toronto has its own land transfer tax on top of the provinces. When I built out her full budget, she was grateful, and she adjusted her plans before any offer was on the table. That's the difference between finding out early and finding out at the wrong moment. The first thing I do with every client is build the full budget. Every dollar before the offer. You need to know what your purchase is actually going to cost. Are you buying this spring? Call or text me at 249-480-1249. Let's make sure your budget includes all your costs.